Stellar Blade. We've talked about Stellar Blade a lot. Even before the demo came out, people have been talking about the character design, how Eve actually looks like an attractive female. And there was a lot of backlash from people, games journalists, game developers, who instead of wanting to make women look beautiful in games, want to make them look more like themselves or their entire development or writer's room. Ugly, fat, weird hair. You can't tell what fucking gender they are. All these types of people. So we've seen a lot of backlash against Stellar Blade in general. And it was probably pretty embarrassing for the people, even at IGN. When IGN France puts out this statement about the character, Eve from Stellar Blade is just bland. A doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. Well, not only is Eve literally modeled, this is her body, this is the model who did it, right? Modeled off an actual person, a Korean model, but this is the wife of the creator of Stellar Blade, who happens to also work on this game in the art department, by the way. So, of course, IGN got fucking hammered and blasted for this. Finally, they had been forced to issue a full apology. At first, they changed the wording, tried to do some snarky shit. That didn't work. Eventually, they had to put up this full disclosure, disclaimer, and apology to the developers of Stellar Blade. IGN apologizes to Stellar Blade developer Shift Up Corporation for describing game's protagonist Eve as a doll sexualized by someone you would think has never seen a woman. And you can see right here, they had to put this thing up there. Recently, IGN France produced and published a review of Stellar Blade containing an offensive passage that should never have been kept. The text has now been edited, and here's our official apology to the Shift Up Corporation. The original text contained comments that were out of place. While it was never our intention to disrespect them, we recognize the phrase taken in its literal sense was inappropriate, and we regret it. I think this is the big difference between what's going on right now in terms of this backlash, Gamergate 2, whatever you want to call it, and what happened 10 years ago. You would have never seen an apology like that 10 years ago from these fucks, but you see it now because the number of people that are pushing back vastly outnumber the amount of people that are working at or support game journalists or woke game developers.
I 100%. They would have tripled down on this nonsense, but now here we are. We get our first apology. We'll see what happens moving forward. But did you see this, Ryan? I think these are like leaks from the figurine that's coming out. So maybe that will help.
Looks like people. Her butt. People going to be bitching about thigh gaps and shit like that when it comes to this. All those people bitching should work harder to fucking look good than just complain about good-looking characters.
That's what we keep saying. It's like the people that complain are the ones that were trying to change like the models and stuff in gaming to make it look more like them. They wanted their body type, the way that their hideousness to be displayed on screen. So when people would be like, oh, there's a beautiful woman to play, it would look like them. That's what they were trying to do. But
and Jeremy talked about the French IGN editor or whatever who was freaking out in the comment section of that original thing, talking about how when women see that this is the ideal body type, it makes them want to kill themselves because they don't look like that. All this fucking bullshit. And maybe kill yourself at the gym. Look good.
Person in a game that was literally modeled after a real person.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a woman. An actual Korean model. Oh, women don't look like this in the real. Well, there she is. No, that's not to say that every woman you walk by is going to look like that, but it's not like it's outlandish to say that this is a woman.